Welcome to this explainer. Look, you've worked incredibly hard for years. You've finally retired, or maybe been retrenched, and now you're relying on your pension. But there's a massive, glaring problem. The money just isn't there yet. Today, we're diving into the South African Pension Bridging Loan Survival Guide. We're going to unpack exactly what happens in that super agonizing financial gap while you wait for your payout, and how this specific financial tool actually works to bridge that gap.
So what exactly is a pension bridging loan anyway? Think of it as a short-term cash advance. It gives you access to a chunk of your future pension payout way before the fund actually drops it into your account. The most crucial thing to understand here is that this tool acts as a literal bridge over a cash flow valley, and it uses money you already own as security. You're basically borrowing against cash that is legally already yours.
Here is our roadmap for safely navigating all this. We're going to look at the waiting game, how the bridge actually works, the true price of fast cash, spotting scams and risks, and wrap up with the safest application steps.
All right, part 1, the pension waiting game. Mind the gap.
This timeline right here represents a really harsh reality, especially if you're a member of the Government Employees Pension Fund, or GEPF. Say you submit your claim in month 1. With standard processing times, you might not see a single cent until month 3. And in a lot of cases, that agonizing wait stretches all the way to month 6. If you've just resigned or retired, that means you're stuck for 3 to 6 months with piling bills, daily living expenses, and absolutely zero income. It's incredibly stressful.
And here's the real kicker. Your regular mainstream bank, they generally want absolutely nothing to do with this gap. Try asking them for an advance on a delayed GEPF payout, and they will turn you away flat. Standard banks just don't do these specific pension bridging loans. Because of that, you're forced to turn to specialized private lenders. They'll give you that fast cash, but as we'll see in a minute, it definitely comes at a higher cost.
Which brings us to part 2, how the bridge works. Building the span.
Now, there's a huge misconception out there that you can just borrow your entire pending pension. You totally cannot. Lenders are typically going to cap you at around 70 to 80% of your expected payout. Let's call it 75% as a safe general rule, and that's based on your net payout after tax. That remaining chunk, that 25%, that is the lender's safety margin. They absolutely have to protect themselves against unexpected tax deductions or random miscalculations in your final payout amount.
So you're probably wondering, how much can you actually borrow? Well, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all situation. It really depends on what you need. Maybe you just need a 1,000 Rand microloan to cover groceries this month. Or maybe you need a massive 500,000 Rand advance to pay off your bond while you wait. The limit depends entirely on your specific claim. If you're a pensioner who just needs cash between monthly payments, you can typically borrow up to 3 times your monthly pension. But if you're waiting for that big lump sum pending fund payout, like the GEPF, you're looking at that 70 to 80% cap we just talked about. The lender has to assess your exact situation to give you a final number. Let's move on to part 3, the price of fast cash, the troll under the bridge.
Look, we need to be totally upfront here to protect your future financial health. Bridging loans are fundamentally more expensive than regular personal loans. The convenience of getting money fast, it comes at a serious premium. First, you're going to get hit with an initiation fee just for getting the loan approved. Then there's a monthly service fee. The interest rates are generally much higher than a standard bank loan. And you have to watch out because some lenders even slap you with an early settlement fee if you try to pay them back ahead of schedule. These 4 costs add up incredibly fast and will eat right into your final payout.
And that brings us to a non-negotiable rule. Never, ever forget this mandate from the National Credit Act. You have the absolute legal right to demand the total cost of credit before you sign a single piece of paper. This is called your pre-agreement quote, and it is your shield. It tells you exactly, down to the very last rand, what this fast cash is really going to cost you in the end.
Part 4. Spotting scams and risks. Proceed with caution.
Unfortunately, desperation attracts predators, so knowing how to spot a scam is crucial. If a lender does any of these specific things, it's a massive red flag. Walk away. If they ask you for an upfront payment before approving the loan, absolute scam. If they guarantee approval without even verifying your claim with your fund, scam. Refusing to give you that written pre-agreement quote we just talked about, run. And please, I cannot stress this enough, never give anyone your personal pension fund login credentials. The absolute easiest, most foolproof way to protect your life savings is to verify the lender before you even say hello. You can check their registration instantly with the National Credit Regulator at ncr.org.za. Seriously, it takes 2 minutes, and it could save everything you've worked for.
Stick to the regulated entities who actually play by the rules. We're talking providers like Pension Loans SA for GEPF loans, SA Bridging Finance for the bigger amounts, Boodle for smaller quick loans, or Finbond Mutual Bank. Borrowing from unregistered shadow lenders is basically playing Russian roulette with your pension. If you get trapped in an unregistered loan with predatory interest rates, your entire pension could get completely wiped out just trying to pay off the debt.
Finally, Part 5. Safe application steps. Reaching the other side.
Before you even think about applying, get your paperwork perfectly sorted. You're going to need your valid South African ID, your latest 3 months of bank statements, proof of residence, and potentially a tax directive. But the real golden ticket here, your official exit letter from the GEPF or your benefit statement. Without official proof of what you're actually owed, lenders can't and won't help you.
If you boil the whole process down, you can safely navigate from start to finish with these 5 milestones. Number 1, confirm your claim is actually processing and grab that exit letter. 2. Only research NCR-registered lenders. 3. Submit your application. 4. And again, this is huge, review that pre-agreement quote incredibly carefully. And only when you're 100% satisfied with the total cost, you move to step 5. Sign the agreement and get your funds.
Now, the massive payoff for jumping through all these hoops and having your documents perfectly prepped is speed. Once your application is fully approved, the funds usually hit your bank account in just 24 to 48 hours. I mean, when you're staring down a 6-month wait from the GEPF, 2 days feels like an absolute miracle.
But remember, that miracle has a price tag. I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on as you weigh your options. A bridging loan absolutely offers immediate relief when you're in a tough, desperate spot. But is the high cost of that fast cash truly worth chipping away at your future financial security? It's a bridge that'll get you across the gap today, for sure. But you are the one who has to pay the toll tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this helps you make the most informed decision possible.